Okay, welcome everyone to the stream. Yeah, I will just say a few words to introduce myself. As you just said, I'm CellarDoor. Yeah, what can I say? I'm closer to my 40s than to my 30s now. I have two wonderful dogs. I'm French, so I'm sorry if by time from time to time you have some words that are not coming out as they should, or if there's any silent H at the beginning of a word, you might find me struggling a little. But yeah, outside of that, I work on everything community management related for Godspeed and therefore for Battle Legion. And yeah, I'm super pleased to be here with you guys tonight and be able to answer some of the questions that will pop up.
Excellent. My audio is now working. You can just imagine I said some really cool things to start off with. So, so without further ado, we do have some questions already. We had a form out available on Discord. Some of you have answered there already, but also we would like to have live questions in the chat. As you can see, we have the chat open on screen. Everybody can see everything without having to have any extra chat views open. So go ahead, start asking there. Until we get any questions there, we might want to go with one from the list. I don't know. I suppose we could go for the very first question. I can ask it, and do you want to answer it then, CellarDoor?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. So the very first question we had was. Actually, it was just a few minutes after posting this. It was, what is the approach of Godspeed Games regarding getting new players into the game and ensure that they have a smooth experience through the rankings so they don't risk stagnating and getting bored with the game?
Okay, so diving in right away with a really long and complex answer there. Basically, the way we see things for new players is that we have to keep a balance between making the game attractive to new players and at the same time being able to retain everything that made the game what it is so far. So we cannot change everything just to accommodate new players. That being said, what we want to do with newcomers in the community is, first of all, we will be doing a bit more of so-called user acquisition. So we want to restart and reevaluate how we can attract more new players to the game. As you've already seen with the reactivation campaigns, we also want you guys to help us get all the players back into the game, the ones that decided to, pause with the game for a while or don't know yet that there are new things that are a bit more exciting that came since they left, and we want those to come back. Now to answer a bit more in depth on what we would do for the newcomers once they start playing. It's a bit early for me to say much, but we are working, as we mentioned in the communication we had a few days ago, we are working on lower level tournaments to give a sense of competition and achievement to new players, because otherwise the leaderboards, the exciting part of the leaderboard is mostly at the top level, and the newcomers, obviously, they might look at this with excitement, but they know as well they're not going to be there for quite a while. So we want to work on that, and those would be the main things we will kickstart with for new players.
Excellent. Good answer there. That topic, we could go with that topic for like hours on end, but that was
sure. I
good
just saw in the
condensed
chat
version.
that there's someone that says that they're super pleased to have a French with there. So yeah, bonjour à tous les Français. Super glad to be here. I'm not gonna speak French much. That was the only words you would hear, but just so that you know, I noticed you. And there's someone from Brazil as well. And sadly, I will not be switching to the few words I know from your region of the world, because most of them would be insults that some friends taught me. So that's probably not a good way to start the conversation.
Excellent. We have lots of old players coming in. Tame, TSA, Constantine. Good to see you, Randu, as well. We do actually have one of the first questions now in the chat a moment ago. Will Journey being able to be replayed without rewards going to be considered? And will more army slots ever be added?
Okay, so the first part of the question is pretty much something we've seen as well pop quite a lot in the questions. Journey levels in general, we are working on this topic. Mostly we are looking at adding more journey levels because we believe that this is the core element there. But we've heard the feedback about replayability and this idea of being able to replay those old levels. We will look at what is possible on the technical side there. So I cannot say, maybe there are some limitations that, nothing is impossible, but it might be a lot harder than we think to make them replayable, even with only a short reward. But we'll look into it. What on the other end I can say that we are planning on is definitely adding new journey levels with new regions directly there. And I must say that this is also thanks to Trap Lights because they were already working on that. So we don't start from scratch there. They have the merit there as well. So I want to make sure I give them a shout out for that.
Yeah, excellent. They're very, very cool and simple tools, especially for the journey levels. So it should be easy to get going with those.
For the second part of the question with the army slots, I guess it would mostly depend on the modes that we're talking about. We don't have anything against adding potentially more slots. The main question will be depending on the limitations we have there as well on the technical side. So I cannot tell you that we will do it because it might be that it would make the game way too heavy or anything like this. But this is definitely something we can look into. And depending on the game mode, if it makes sense, if it's making the player's life easier or the experience better, then yeah, that's definitely something we can look into.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see. We have the command table, Mathamar, asking a very specific question here. So new players are still hitting a wall at 3,750 MMR with downranking players and zombie profiles where they get stuck at the 3,750 and can't go lower and have a 5% win rate. This is actually I believe this is the point where they get into the leagues and then they can't drop out of the leagues. And there is a system there that pushes players forwards once they get into the leagues to ensure that they can advance. But obviously there is a point then after that where if you don't have the levels then you can get stuck. This has been,
so that's actually a good one because this question is actually answering a question that I had because as I was looking into the stats of the game, I could see the incredibly vast number of accounts that would get stuck at these very milestones and points. So now that clarifies why it's happening right there. I do not know yet what we will do for this, but I can say for sure that we already noticed that there's a stress point there and that we need to address it. I do not know yet how we can and how we should do it, but that's definitely something we want to look into indeed. Precisely because if we get such a big number of players stuck at that point, it means either they drop the game once they're there, or they keep playing but they do not want to compete in this game mode anymore. And the problem is, once you reach that level, you're already done with most of the other game modes, or you don't necessarily have too much to do there. So that would mean the only thing you would really care about would be the clan raids, and that's not enough to necessarily keep you going for a long time in the game as well. So that's definitely a stressing point that we've noticed, and we want to look into that and see what we could do there.
Yeah, definitely. That is actually something that has been tweaked over the months, and well, I think it's the leagues have been around for over a year now. It is considerably that area where the amount of players that get into that region, then it is significantly lower than it used to be, but more tweaking is obviously needed. Let's see, we have a question that just dropped out from the main screen there. There we go. I hope the game has more updates, new characters, and new ranks. For now, I love this game. I hope it doesn't become pay to win.
So there's a few things here. For adding more content and more, more units and more cosmetics and all of that, this will definitely come. It's also worth mentioning that because there was this transition happening between two companies, obviously that means we slowed down a tiny bit on the rhythm that you guys were used to in terms of updates and content. We are still catching up with getting used to delivering everything you guys are used to, but within a few months you should definitely get back to the rhythm that you've known from the early days of the game even. Now, regarding the pay-to-win aspect, I would say that I didn't mention much about myself professionally, but I've been working in this mobile gaming industry for about 10 years, and I did work on pay-to-win games. We are very lucky here to have a product that is not at all pay-to-win. I'm saying product, it's a professional malformation, if you want. Obviously, we're talking games here, but what I mean is this game is not meant, even from the product management perspective, to be a pay-to-win. That's not how it is designed, and making it a pay-to-win would just means kill the game completely. Now, that doesn't mean there won't be monetization elements that we need to add to the game or that we need to tweak. That can come, and this is just the natural things for such a game. But the core mechanism and how the game is intended to be, there's no reason for us to change that and make it a pay-to-win. It would be a recipe for disaster at this point in the life cycle of the game anyway.
Yep. Indeed.
Also, because I saw a question asking if I had an account on the game.
I was going to say.
Yes, I do, obviously. I'm not going to tell you my in-game name for now, mostly because I'm still very much learning the game. I can tell you that I'm in rank. I won't tell you exactly because there's not that many active players. I'm between rank 11 and 13 at the moment, so I'm still quite fresh. I'm not the best on the strategy level, or mostly I might want to be a bit too strategic for the level I'm in. So I feel like, I'm a mega mind because I found a super good strategy only to get completely destroyed after a few rounds and realize like, that worked in one very specific situation, but I still need to learn more about the game to get there. So obviously I do have a game account, and so does absolutely everyone that works on the game.
Excellent. Yeah. Let's see. There was a question actually I could pick out from the list we have. We have a good question that was directed to me. Frost armies seem a little OP in the current meta, not to mention it's really frustrating as a player to stand and watch your entire army getting permafrosted with little to no room for counterplay. Any chance there will be nerfed, for example, by reducing the frost duration on tier 1 artifact? Indeed, frost has been increasing in power lately. That's basically due to frost being kind of underwhelming for quite a while, but it is indeed gaining power at the moment. There are many sources of freezing at the moment. Certainly it's something that we will and can look into. We have a lot of data to go on, and especially with this kind of feedback, then it's for sure it's something to look into and to balance when needed. So that is definitely going on the list for the designers to take a look at. Any questions there that tickle your fancy, CellarDoor?
Yeah, well, just to bounce back on what you were saying, I would just like to say, because I know that there were some questions as well about balancing in general. From what I've seen of the game so far, I believe that balancing will always be at the core of what we do. No matter what we want to do, we will always need to tweak things a bit to keep it interesting and fresh, and then react to those changes. So obviously, we're not talking about drastic effects that would dramatically impact the players, but I feel like these kind of discussions, we will always have them about one element or the other, and it's perfectly fine. We will try to react to that based on your feedback and also based on the data we see, because we pretty much believe as well that we should always look at both. You know, we always take into consideration what you guys are telling us, and then we also want to see how it actually shows up in battle, because you know how the human mind is made. Like if I win 20 games straight and the 21st one I lose because of Frost, I will feel like Frost is overpowered, even though I just had 20 battles where there were probably Frost enemies and I was doing perfectly fine. It's the human brain. We all work this way. So we want to always check the data and the feedback, but if we can, we'll definitely act on that.
Exactly. Then we do have a question here. What is the army we're fighting today? Anyone know? I know it is going to be Crucible's Horde, so you can go ahead and search for it and friendly fight it while we're talking here. On that subject, just for those who are finding all this talk just boring, I'm going to pop up a video running in the background. It's an interesting video of the actual creation of a splash screen for Battle Legion. So it's an interesting, fun little video to watch while we're going through the questions here.
Okay, there's actually one that is that was mentioned as well, I guess, in the questions we had beforehand, but that makes a lot of sense from the comment table asking us pretty much if we can give more details about clan competitions. At this point, there's not necessarily a lot of details I can share. What I can say is that there were some initial concepts that were worked on by Traplight, so we're taking that into consideration. I wouldn't say we're necessarily going to go in that direction 100%, but I can say that we're definitely looking into this. The main thing here is that this is an obvious thing to work on. Like anyone that starts this game, after you checked all the game modes, one of the first thing you will think about is where is the clan versus clan fight. And the main reason for it is because this is a competitive game, and at the moment there's a lack of competition in the game. Like there's not a lot of incentive to compete, and so obviously for us the goal is to find entertaining ways for you guys to compete, and for you guys to compete on a weekly basis, on a bi-weekly basis. I don't know what would be the pattern, but for you guys to have something to fight for. What could be the clan wars? There's a lot of different possibilities, but ultimately the idea is that you need to be matching against other clans. Either like the main designs you would usually see for that is either you get matched against one specific clan and you guys have to fight random players within each other's clan, and there's a dynamic leaderboard of how many points you are scoring, and depending on the strength of the two clans, you can basically get a global leaderboard of who is the best team, and that will basically generate the next matchmaking for the next event, etc. That's one way to do it. The other way to do it is to have another way of deciding the strength of a clan. For example, you can add up the ranking points of all the clan members, etc., and use this to have a matchmaking that would not last for the entire event, but instead you could have, let's say, a 3-4 hours battle against one clan, then you move to another clan, etc., across a 1 week event, for example. In that case, if you go with something like this, you end up fighting against more clans. So there's a feeling that the clan that ends up being at the top is really the top of the game, and it gives a bit more diversity. The thing is, at this point, it's too early to say which direction that would go. It would mostly depends on what is technically feasible, what is also going to work in terms of matchmaking, but we will definitely try to find a design that would fit this purpose of making sure there's competition and that the competition is not going to be stuck very early. Because one thing I'd like to avoid is a system where you end up fighting the same clan week after week after week after week. Because, you know, you're the first and you're the second, and you guys are always fighting each other. There's a point where it could get boring. So we want to find the good setup for the clan wars. It will probably take some time. I wouldn't expect it to come anytime soon, because you need to have the final game design for it. You have to do all the development, you have to do all the QA for it, and then bring it live. It's not something you will see by the end of the summer or anything like this. It's a long-term plan, but it's the one big thing we want to focus on the long term, because this is for us the element that is missing the most from the game. So definitely something we want to bring there.
Excellent. There's some questions here about a summary. Is there going to be a summary of the AMA? We'll see. It depends on how many questions we get and go through, and at some point, yes, we can probably devise a summary of sort, but until then, the summary is available on YouTube in a video form, so you can go ahead and watch this at any time for the summary.
Are you guys also insinuating that I'm talking too much? Because if that's the case,
Bye.
Yes, I do. I'm a CM. What do you expect from me except talking too much?
Yeah. Excellent. Thank you, Pyro Bebop, for that. I seem to have sarcasm on point. Let's see now. What's the first project content Godspeed Games is planning to introduce to Battle Legion? Annie Viper there, one of the sages, asking.
Okay, so there's two different things there. For the content, basically you already had some. The last era, which I know was a big topic within you guys, was something that we worked on with Traplight. And for us, we take this era as a learning experience. So we know it was far from being perfect, and we will get better at it. But that was one of the content we started to work on already. What we look at for the next content will mostly be everything that we call live operations related. So all the stuff that you are used to get in the game and you were not necessarily getting much of lately. For example, new journey levels, having potentially new ranks, or these kind of things. That's the kind of things we would be looking at first. Then for new features directly, as I said, that will be more of a long-term thing. So it's a bit early to give a roadmap there. But yeah, those would be the main things we work on for now.
Excellent. There are quite a few pre-submitted questions rotating around that question as to what are the next features. We could go with a very much lighter question. What is one of your favorite units and why?
Okay, so here is one of the biggest problem for me because, spoiler alert, I play in French. So some of the unit names would be French for me. But one that I guess is named the same way anyway in English and that I've been really using a lot would be the Golem. I'm using that unit a lot. So at the moment, especially at the level that I play at, that would probably be one of my favorite units.
Yeah. So that'll be the Earth Elemental. Many call it the Golem, obviously, because it is a Golem. Yeah. My favorite unit, on the other hand, at the moment, has to be the Thunder Lizard. Thunder Lizard. That is my favorite unit. Mm-hmm. Not just because it's super powerful. It's just a fun unit. It does stuff that. It's a different unit. I mean, it's so cool when a new unit comes in that steps out of the box completely, does something completely different. Well, not completely different, but at least somewhat different from other units. Let's see. What other questions could we pick out from here?
In the meantime, I can answer to the question about the era, the name of the era. At this point, I'm not sure it will make much sense to change it right now. This is definitely a feedback that I picked and shared with the team. Definitely something we'll be more cautious about going forward. But yeah, at this point, I'm not sure it necessarily makes too much sense to change it this late in the era. And also, we also need to make sure we have the good priority list for ourselves right now, and we still have a lot of stuffs we need to work on that are a bit more game impacting. So if we would be a bit later in the time that we take care of the game, we would probably have a bit less on our plate in terms of urgent things, and we would be able to pick that quickly. In this case, it feels like we have a few other stuff we really need to get done. So yeah, I don't expect it to be changed for this time around, but you can be assured that the feedback was properly shared and that there shouldn't be this kind of issues going forward.
Yeah. There's actually a good question here. This is something we were talking about, the two of us, earlier. Are there any plans to change or add new times for the stream, either due to giving other time zones a chance or simply due to how late it is in India?
Okay, so the India part, I guess it comes from Godspeed's side. We don't really need to focus on the time in India. We have to focus pretty much, I mean, right now we would have to focus on the time in France, but in general, we need just to focus about the time where you guys are. I will be actually issuing a survey, most likely next week, about everything stream related. So about the time frame, about the duration of the stream, about what we do in the stream, about how you want this to be organized, etc. Because ultimately, the streams are a very nice platform, but I want to make sure we make the best out of it. And it's important to mention that the streams are for you, meaning that as a company, the stream are not necessarily giving us much. We are doing them because they are interesting for you, right? So I want to make sure that we are doing what's the best for you, and whatever it is, we will accommodate. If we end up finding out that the best time for the stream is to happen at midnight my time, then be it. You know, we'll have it work. Also, we will check the frequency, see if you would prefer to have this not happen on a weekly basis, but maybe a bi-weekly basis, and then have more people engaging. You know, I just want to hear from you guys. And ultimately, maybe you will just tell us what we want is just exactly what we have right now. Don't change anything, please. And that's perfectly fine as well. Because as we said in the announcement, we do not want to change things for the sake of changing things. If we change something, it's because we have feedback and data that shows us that we should change something. And that's true for the game, but that's true as well for the community.
Excellent. So yeah, be on the lookout for some questionnaires or the like. You can make a difference. Let's pick out something random from here. That's a good one. When will Godspeed Games do a new intro? And I would imagine they are talking about the Traplight logo and jingle when you start the game up.
Well, funnily enough, we had a meeting about that just today, actually. So yes, this is coming very soon, as you can expect it to be. I cannot give you an exact date because, for this kind of things, until it's pushed to the live environment, it can always be slightly delayed or slightly advanced. But this is going to happen very, very soon. Anyway, for legal reasons, we need to have it done, but also because we want to clear up the confusion as to who is Godspeed. Because for a lot of players that are not necessarily on Discord or checking these streams, they might have absolutely no idea that we are operating the game now. So it makes sense for us to clarify that rather quickly.
Excellent. Yeah, Black Canary there saying sounds interesting. Either your reply or the talk about having some water unit. Following the chat here.
I do like the idea of a flying fish in general. If that was up to me, there would be something done with orcas or killing whales, because those are my favorite sea animals ever. But to make them fit the game would be quite a challenge. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we have any. Well, we do have a water a fish themed battlefield, but it's got solid ground on it, so I don't know how to get orcas in. I don't know.
Technically, if we try to make it works with mammals, sea mammals, we can kind of technically have them breathe, so we could try to work out something without water directly, or give them watery tanks in the back that is keeping them hydrated, or I don't know. That there are things we can think of.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of an orca with 4 legs walking about. Yeah. Excellent. Okay, let's see. If there are any questions that people want answering, now's the time to put them out on the chat. I've been going through the pre-suggested questions, and I think we have covered pretty much everything. Well, there's an interesting one kind of linked to Godspeed Games. How many people are currently working on Battle Legion?
That's always a tricky one, because
yeah.
Well, I cannot give you the exact number for 2 reasons. First of all, legally, I'm not sure I would be able to give you the exact number. But most importantly, in most companies like this, you will have some people that are cross-game. So you have some people that are working on several games or several products. So if you want to know the number of people that work on the game at one point or another during the week, that will be a number that is way higher than if you just want to know the people that are solely focusing on Battle Legion. So that is definitely also changing the perception. So I'm not sure I can give you more details there. Of course, it's not a 2 or 3 people's team, right? It's obviously we're talking a crew of several dozens of people working across the projects. But yeah, I cannot give you much more details than that.
Yeah, exactly.
I see a question from the comment table to ask if we could consider having more people in clans. It's a bit tricky, because the one thing that would happen if you do this is that you will have less clans, right? And that means the competition at the very top would be tougher, But then further down the line, you will have a lot of completely deserted clans, because the system, the way it goes usually is that you want to make it to the top clans. And if you cannot, because those clans are already crowded, you will try to make your clan as good as possible or go to the very next one. But if you have clans that are way bigger in size, you end up with this situation where you have fewer clans in total. Now, if we are trying to get a clan wars system in place, we definitely want more clans rather than fewer clans. So at the moment, given the idea that we want to have clan wars, I don't really see it happening. But
yeah, my opinion too is I think 20 is a good amount. If you have any more, then it can get very difficult for the casual clan leader to hold the reins and keep a clan going nicely. But yeah, I mean, there's definitely still something to think about.
One follow-up question to that. Would we consider a guild system so that you basically would have your clan and your clan is part of a guild? To me, the thing is that this system already exists. It's not really official, but as you know, the top clans, as mentioned as well, they have their own family tree with different sub-clans there. And if we were to make it official, it could only work if there was a game mechanic linked to it. If it's just to say you're part of the same guild, that doesn't really make sense for us to emphasize that. If it's to make it because we say, hey, we have clan wars and then we would have guild wars between the best guilds or something like this, then why not? But if there's no game feature attached to it, that would be a development that would be done for a very, very low impact. And on top of that, a lot of clans would also feel potentially a bit forced to be part of a bigger guild and potentially lose a bit of the connection they have as a clan if they cannot stay just by themselves. So not sure that would make sense at this point. I see as well a question of having strong women units and skins. Yeah, we can definitely bring that feedback in. I don't see any reasons not to add more there. Yeah, we can definitely do that.
Excellent. And don't forget, some of the latest profile portraits have been female.
Mm-hmm.
And don't forget the Paladin and Death Knight. They are sisters. Let's see. There is one question, but I'm holding that back to be the last or one of the last questions.
Yeah, I mean, anyway, we will probably let's say, guys, you have 2-3 minutes to ask more questions at this point, because I don't want to keep you guys for 1 hour waiting for your fight night to start. So I'm not going to keep you going for too long. But yeah, if you have some more questions, some more comments, go for it. Then we'll take the question that you kept aside, and we'll be basically moving with the fight night.
Indeed. So quickly now, if you have a good question, a nice difficult question on the topic of Battle Legion. There was some good sarcasm in Discord earlier on the type of questions that would be put forward. We will not.
Yeah, I mean, as I also mentioned in Discord, if you want to ask me about some music stuffs, I'm super good to do that, depending on the style of music. But yeah, if there's nothing else you want to talk about, we can go into that.
Yeah, there's actually a good question come up from Mathamar. Can we evaluate the number of mythic shards you're able to request on a weekly basis? 4 shards per week is a slow road. That is traditionally so. On Sundays we have the mythic day, so you can request and donate mythic units on Sundays, and it is limited to 4.
Mm-hmm. In general, the way I would see it is, don't have the details to check on that, so I cannot say if we want to change that or not. But in general, the requests we can do for Shard as player is something we have to be super cautious about, because a very small change to that can heavily impact everything else in the game. Like, there were some questions asking us if we could trade more stuff between players, etc. And to me, that's exactly what the requests system is. It's a trading system in a way, and it helps addressing this for the players without making it too unbalanced. So I don't know if we can potentially change this number. That's something we'll have to look a bit more in details. But I would just say in general that we will always be a bit conservative and very cautious with changing the balancing there, because it's the kind of cases where even if you take a wrong decision and apply it just for a week or two before you revert it, you might need months to recover from the impact. So we really have to be cautious with this in general.
Yeah. And then there's a good question from Red Viking. Are we going to have access to old skins? This is most likely referring to possibly, for instance, premium skins from season passes. I have to imagine that there have to be at least a few skins that have been available that nobody currently active in the game has.
I can answer to that.
Yeah.
Yes, and yes. We are planning to do that. I cannot guarantee when it's gonna happen, etc. All I can say, and that will kind of close things nicely as well on that end. Let's say that the anniversary of the game is around the corner. So yeah, maybe we'll try to get something along those lines going around that time. I cannot promise anything yet, but yeah, teasing a bit that this is the kind of things we're looking at for that time of the year.
Indeed. And that is coming this July, will be the 3-year anniversary for the game going live. Obviously, it's been around for a few years before that in beta stage, or a couple of years. But yeah, 3 years is just around the corner. Yeah. Are there plans and ideas to change the wardrobe mechanic?
At this point, changing the mechanic, I don't think so. Maybe that's something to look at on the longer run, but at the moment, we don't plan on changing any mechanics per se, any core feature of the game. That's not something we plan to really change. Greenfoot is asking as well, slightly similar question, but about the artifacts. For me, the artifacts, what you could expect there is potentially to see some rebalancing to some degree, not a rework of what they do, how they do it, etc., how they are actually used. It would be more a question of potentially rebalancing a little. We also have to be cautious with artifacts because those are earned by players. And at the moment, it's also one of the things that is driving the players that have been there for a very long time. So we don't want necessarily to take away from their achievements. But I know that this is something quite a few people in the community brought up. We'll definitely look at the data we have on that as well and see if it makes sense to potentially have a rebalancing of those, or if other rebalancing aspects of the game might counter this effect. But that's definitely something we can look into.
Excellent. Yeah, I think we've been doing this now for 45 minutes. I think it's time to start wrapping up. There is one final question. Nobody's asked it in the chat, but it is a question that was put forward in advance. It is a question that I have been asked this somewhat since the news of the transfer was released. And the question is basically, is Crucible going to stay Battle Legion YouTuber? And if I can further elaborate that question to, is Crucible going to stay with community and support? basically, the original plan, the original idea was that yes, I would be continuing. But plans on both sides have changed, and I have come to the decision that it is my time to move on to new things, to new adventures. So basically, there are a few streams still coming up that I will be running, be a part of, and but it is going to be coming to a close. So that is that, as they say. But don't worry, I am going to be remaining in the game, so you will see me in the battlefields. You'll even see some of my streams on Battle Legion. I do have my personal streaming channel called Maddie's Playtime. You can find me there. I do stream other games. It's still early days. There aren't many people watching yet, and I'm just having fun with it. I'm not doing anything full-time with that yet, at least. But yeah, you can find me there. And I am planning to start a new kind of video segment, call it First Time Spinner, or Crucible's First Time Spinning. Do a brand new account and see how it goes, and kind of run through the very starts of the game all the way up, I don't know, maybe up to rank 16. Let's see. But it'll be fun.
Yeah, just a few words on my side for that part as well. You've been so far a tremendous help for me, and I'm super glad that I already had the opportunity to spend some time with you. As you said, you're going to stay for some time still. We'll have some more streams together. Who knows, maybe one day I even pop in on your other channel if you want me to play a game there. In any case, really, from my perspective, we want to emphasize that we at Godspeed, we're super proud of everything that has been done by Traplight, and that includes you, obviously, so far, with the community, with the game. And you know, we are super happy that we are to work on a game like this one, and you are part of the elements that make this game what it is. Same goes with you guys in the chat. The community is a big part of that. So yeah, obviously on our side you will be missed, but I'm mostly super proud of the time we have to work together. And yeah, I'm sure there will be a lot of fun things coming later on for you as well.
Oh, I'm sure. So, I think it's time to thank CellarDoor for his time. I'm not sure if next stream, it might just still be me. I don't know. CellarDoor will at some point again join us, and then we'll have it the other way around. CellarDoor will run the stream and I'll be a guest. It'll be fun. And so yeah, we'll see the logistics as we go forwards.
Yeah, we'll see how we run that. We'll let you know as soon as we have the details. And in the meantime, obviously, thank you for having me. Thank you to everyone, both people that already answered in the form earlier today and people in the chat. It's been very nice. I'm sorry that I spoke so much, but, you know, that's who I am. And now I understand as well why the streams are lasting this long, you know. So thank you again, and yeah, I will leave you guys to the fight night, and we'll talk to each other very soon.
Okay, see you later. Okay, so it is time to continue and go into fight night. You can obviously ask more things. I'm perfectly capable and willing to answer any questions you have, like I usually do. Hang on, let me just get this out of the way. Oh no, it's way too big. It's way too big. We need to change that. So let's go for 400 by 400. And I am very tempted to go ahead and stream everybody, all the fights. Oh, how do I get that a bit smaller? There we go. Okay, so there we now have there we go. We are ready to continue and start the fight night. Let's just get the list ready. I believe I do have the list. There we can see the army. Last time somebody did suggest to do a nature swarm, I think. So I have tried to be creative here. Not very, but tried my best. Let's see, how many signups do we have? We have a lot. One bounced. Oh no, I can see why it bounced, so I can still get it in. There, it's in. Let's go ahead and shuffle. Now, I said I'm planning to battle everybody, but that might change depending on how long and late this stream starts to go. But that's the plan. We're gonna try to do everybody. So even if you see that your name is like super low down, don't worry. We're gonna try to do our best, and I'm just doing some manual shuffling here as well as we do. Okay, so I believe we are ready. Why do I have so few auto spins? I don't know. Let's give myself some more auto spins. There, we have more auto spins. It'll update onto screen shortly. Okay, so... Oh, somebody wanted the list. Of course I can do the list. It's just gonna be more time. There we go. I have the list. There were some folks asking what my personal YouTube channel is. I'll put it in the description at some point, either during the stream or after the stream or something. I'll put it in there because folks are asking for it. Let's see, description. Oh no, having to look at a different screen. That's very difficult. There we go. Did I write that right? I think I did. And it should be updating now. There. The list is there. We're going to be starting off with FTS Odin. So FTS Odin, if you are there, I'm just putting my screens into my more familiar order here. Okay, no problem, Black Canary. See you in a bit. Okay. So anyway, what do we have? We have an ancient tree right smack bang in the center at the very front, with protection and double damage. We have lots of warhounds. Well, not lots. We have 4 groups. Double damage and protection. They're backed by 2 untamed beasts, double leech and protection. Then we have dire wolves with double damage and charge, and then up in the corners we have 2 spirit panther groups, double damage and protection. Somebody's probably asking, well, why on earth don't you have execute, which is possibly my favorite power stone? Answer to that is I went and chose the tier 5 Panther Queen, which means when a friendly nature unit deals damage to an enemy unit with less than 21% of its max health left, the enemy is killed instantly. Execute. Anyway, haven't had really chance to again test this too much, so Pyro Bebop, see you later. Greenfoot. Phew, glad I set up for minions and horde. So yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and start spinning because I want to see if there were any more questions. Here we go. FTS Odin. We're good to go. Go. Let's see. Oh, lots of no, stad, no. Okay, yeah, lots of no comments. Most likely on the news that. Oh, I didn't put auto spins on. Yes, streams with Crucible will be coming to an end. Support and community in general. Though I won't be leaving the community. I'll just be a normal member. So yeah. Let's see. Another question forgot about any plans, ideas for community competitions. Yeah, I'm probably you're meaning like in Discord style and type. Yeah, I mean probably. Why not? Breather, you need to give us links. Yeah, I'll put one link into the description of this. I mean, I do have a personal Discord server as well, where I do post whenever I'm doing streams. Try to do that a day in advance or something. I have tried to do Sundays, a personal stream with various games. Darkest Dungeon, for example, one of them. Last Sunday I had to cancel because obviously with this move I'm also needed to get a new computer, and so I constructed a new computer out of used and some new pieces and ran into so many problems. I mean, yeah, troubles getting pieces so that Windows 11 would install. Problems. So yeah, but it is up and running now. It's not quite on par with the monster. I call it the monster stream computer that I had, or still have, but it's offline now. Going back to Traplight at some point. So yeah, I have this new computer. It's fractal design, and it's silent. It actually has some deadening stuff on the panels and everything. It doesn't make any noise. Even the fans and everything going full blast, you can't hear anything. Anyway, auto spins. There, we have 200. It'll update to 200. There we go. So yeah, Michael Myers' last Crucible stream here. No, it's not the last, but they're not going to be too many. So yeah, but not the last yet. No, I'll let you know when it's the last. We'll have a big batch. Zaishabron, you can be glad of your work with the game Crucible. Thank you very much. Don't be sad, Annie Viper. It's moving forwards as part of life. Beautiful. Love the answers I managed to catch. Yeah, I can have a look once the stream is done. It'll take I don't know. Sometimes it takes 24 hours for YouTube to process it. Once that's done, I think a transcript can be made, automated transcript. So that's one way of getting kind of like a you know, what you were asking about. The TLDR. Or, what is it? Too long, did not watch. TLDW. Yeah. Anyway, where are you heading off to next, Cruci? So yeah, I mean that's obviously a question that was going to come up. Then why am I continuing with Traplight? Unfortunately not. I'm not continuing with Traplight either. Traplight is working on projects at the moment, but none of the projects are yet in the stage where there's need for player support or any sort of community. So I am moving on from Traplight as well. But I'll have super close ties with Traplight. No worries there. So if you do follow some of my own streams or join my own Discord, then you'll get some of the lowdown on possible new things from Traplight, which maybe this year already there'll be something new. We'll see, we'll see. But interesting projects. That's all I can say now. Interesting projects. Greenfoot, if you're using OBS, might have been worth setting up 2 views. Yeah, I mean, I tried to make it, super easy. That'd be just 2 clicks and everything would have changed. But yeah, obviously, the chat was one thing that wouldn't change, so I had to manually move that over. Anyway, yeah. Though I have noticed OBS has gotten a lot better with multi scenes. I mean, it was just like maybe a year ago or 1.5 years ago. OBS had so much problems having multiple streams using just one camera, for instance. You'd switch a scene, or the capture card. Yeah, the capture card was possibly the worst. You'd switch a scene and capture card went black. No matter what you did, wouldn't return. You had to boot the whole computer up to get the capture card back. But I did notice now when setting up OBS now on my new computer, it doesn't seem to have that. So yeah. Let's see. Can you put the list down? I did put the list down. Skater Spade, execute part of 66. Oh yes, my comment on execute, yeah. Oh dear. Red Viking, do you have any plans for what you're doing next? Yeah, I mean, I have plans, obviously. Immediate plans. Once my final date is over, have vacation for maybe a week or 2. But I have applied for a new job, which does look promising. Unfortunately, it is not in the gaming field, sadly. But that just gives me more reason to have my own streams. But no, it is with a it's a company, IT obviously, internal IT support and training and system specialist, whatever. Super cool sounding job. So let's see. What else do we have? We're almost back to the live chat. Shelly, so are you being promoted to customer crucible? Promoted? Promoted to customer crucible. Yeah, I mean, needs, wants, and everything just not really aligned. So I decided that I need to change in scenery. Well, obviously, gaming industry would be cool, but at the moment in Finland, small startup and small and even mid-sized gaming companies are struggling at the moment with the economy the way it is. It is a struggle to get funding. So if you don't have a project running, then funding can be difficult to get at the moment. So yeah, there's not really that much on offer. So yeah. We'll see. Skater Spade, part of the journey is the end. Well, it's, you know, one end is another beginning. Who said that? Me, just now. Yeah. Destroyer missed that I'm leaving. Yes. Hello to Suresh. Red Viking, pretty sure he's going to lose this. I don't know when you're battling. I haven't even looked, and I don't think I've watched a single battle yet. Just trying to get through. Oh, Red Viking. Oh, you're next! You're next! Whoa! What are the odds of that? Let's see. Red Viking is next. Remember, if you're battling very soon, shout out in the chat, remind me to watch. Because I'm doing all sorts of other things, not following. That was close. I mean, yeah. Oh dear. Red Viking, I'd love to quit and do YouTube full time. Yeah, I know. That would be cool, but you need, yeah, you can't just do that. I know of one guy who did do that. He was able to. His handle in for instance, YouTube is Civ Ryan. He does a lot of GTA 5 role-playing videos, along with Bay Area Bugs. They do some absolutely fantastic and funny stuff. But yeah, he I think it was like just under a year ago he quit his job to full-time YouTubing. He's doing moderately well. So yeah, Any Viper, where are you changing to? Don't know yet. My future is an open book. Open book with empty pages. Destroyers with Skater. I just noticed what Skater. Oh man, Skater, no. Oh dear. Destroyer saying hi, Christian. Is Christian? Ah, Christian did. Yes. Hello, Christian. How are you doing? Lots of stuff in the chat. If you scroll up, there's some big news. Seth, there's only one journey with an actual end, and Godspeed is working on it. Yes, yes, the journeys will continue. Yeah, and they should be moderately quick and easy because there is a tool, and I've actually done. There are a few, and it'll be interesting to see if they'll be there once they continue. I think the Alpha Pack, for instance. Yeah, the Alpha Pack. Some of you might know what the Alpha Pack is. That is in there, and we'll see. It'll be cool if it is in there when the next journey levels launch. When that will be, I don't know. It might take a moment, but we'll see. Yeah, Eosif they're asking, so CellarDoor will be the new streamer. Yeah, that's the idea. Any Viper, open book with the next chapter unwritten. You're hardly empty. No, I do think I'm like about 75% water. And then carbon-based tissue and stuff. Vaykor Hek showed me my place. So anyway, yeah, my plan is, regardless of what I told you guys earlier in the stream announcement, we'll probably be battling everybody. Red Viking, yes. I'm crying on the inside, smiling on the outside. No. I've had time to process this for a while now. It is the way. This is the way. No, I mean, I was told when I joined. It's actually a processor fan. Oh, you can't even see it. I just noticed, yeah, the shadow, but it's out the screen, so everything's cool. Yeah, so I've had time to process this slightly, and I was told by my very good friend Demond, when I joined Traplight, it was actually my step into the gaming industry professionally. When I joined Traplight, I was warned that the gaming industry is a roller coaster ride, And you go up and down and up and down, and sometimes the ups can be very high, but quite often there are very low downs. And so this is Anti-Viper, but why? That's the first thing I did. Oh dear. Christian, will you still play Battle Legion? Yeah, why not? It's a fun game. Until I hit that 3,751 now. Past that, so yeah, no problem. But no, what I am thinking of doing actually is actually starting a new account. Obviously, I'm not gonna get rid of my personal account, Crucible. I'm just gonna have an alt. Start an alt account. I have quite a few alts already, but I'll start a brand new one, and I'll actually do a stream on that. So I'll do a stream, or multiple streams. Call it First Time Spinner, and see how the game goes, because it's been a long time since I've actually started the game from the very beginning. See what it's like, and yeah, I'll be getting in touch with support and sending in my views. Christian, join ES. Why? What? Discord is telling me streamer mode is enabled. Stay safe, friend. What? How and why does Discord know that I'm streaming? Yeah, no, I don't even remember why I started looking. Oh, join ES. No. Why? I mean, I could, but no. I'm having fun in LH. Legendary Heroes. Non-affiliated. No, having fun there. And I'll have more time to interact with the clan that I'm in. And obviously, whatever clan my new account will have. Don't know what I'll call it. Crucible's Lament. Oh dear. Yeah. The exploit. And yeah, I mean, before I go, I'll give myself the content creator role in Discord, and then I'll be posting my streams there as well. So yeah. Christian, just saying you should make a YouTube account to stream games. I already do. I actually started I don't know, a month ago, 2 months ago, doing it very lightly at the moment, like 1, sometimes 2 streams a week. Actually had to cancel last Sunday because had issues with the computer that I was building. Because working in the gaming industry was your crucible. Yeah. Yeah, Christian, I'll put a link into the description of this video. I'll do that for sure, because I will be doing some Battle Legion streams as well, in addition to other streams that I'm doing. And I'm still waiting for my own YouTube channel to pick up slightly, so that I actually get some feedback on what games, I mean, other than Red and Old, telling me what single game I should be playing and streaming. It'd be cool to get some feedback on what games, because I play a large variety of games. I just play so many, and sometimes I'm at a loss of what game I'd want to play. And if there was a calling for for me to do some streams with, you know, with my personality being annoying in the background. If there's call for certain games, then that's what I'll do. And certainly Reginald, yeah, I mean, Darkest Dungeon, it's a cool game. I mean, in its own way, it's like simple, but then again, it's not. Rimworld, oh no. So yeah, yeah. But yeah, I mean, I play a variety of games. Trucking games, racing games, FPS, roleplay games, Darkest Dungeon, simulators. Pretty much you name it, I play it. Also, pretty much if it's in the Microsoft Xbox PC Game Pass, then I can certainly play it. Yeah. Yes, Reginald. Slowly. Quietly. That's how life is taken. That's one of the best quotes from that game. Darkest Dungeon. It's a cool game. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I haven't made sure. I'm pretty sure that Microsoft should have saved in the cloud the saved games. If not, then we're gonna have to start a new one again. But if we do, we'll go with the middle difficulty. I have a feeling I'm ready for it. And there's a quote about that in the game as well. Overconfidence, something, 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 is somebody's downfall. Destroyer, who's going to run Fight Night? CellarDoor is going to start off with the Fight Nights, indeed. He's going to have some practice runs. We're probably going to be doing those in the coming weeks. We'll do some practice streams as well, but they will be hidden from the population. They'll be hidden, so yeah. Yeah. But we'll get that. We'll make sure that CellarDoor has a handle on it. Has a handle on the CellarDoor. CellarDoor has a handle. Make sure the CellarDoor has a handle. It wouldn't be a very good door if it didn't have a handle. Yeah. So yeah, we're going to do it like that. Red Viking, can you tell him to lose his accent? What? He doesn't have a stereotypical accent. What? This must be sarcasm. That's adorable pun. Oh man. Yeah. Let's see, where are we? Where are we going? Ariette. This is battle number 53 out of a total of 231. What have I gone and promised? While Destroyer, you need to switch the vacuum cleaner off and then it doesn't suck as much. Anyway, good news, I'm going to be getting my car back soon. Bad news, it costs so much that I'm going to have to sell it. This can only make me laugh. Anyway, yeah, going to sell it for a cheaper 4x4. Destroyer, I'm too funny. I'm too funny for this game, too funny for the stream, too funny. There's a song kind of like that. Dee 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 dee. Yeah. Anyway, who liked the video? Did anybody even notice the video that I put up in the corner while we had the AMA? It's actually something I found just the other day while I was strolling down memory lane with a box of tissues. I actually found that it was, I don't know what you call them, but Photoshop. So when the artists do stuff, this was back with trap lights. So when artists would create like anything, units or whatever, then Photoshop actually saves all the brush strokes. So they're done with one of these pads and a pen and everything. So Photoshop saves the brush strokes, and that's how you can do those speed art videos and stuff. Yeah, I actually found that completely out of the blue, and I thought it was pretty cool. I'm going to see if I can make a version of it with music, so we can get that out there, and you folks can get that ripped off the stream. No! Yeah. How many you can, I don't know. Anyway, for Godspeed should have retained Traplight's art department. Yeah, well, I mean, art is like taste. There are many different tastes, and obviously there's going to be kind of cultural influences and everything. You can't expect a dev team or an art team all the way on the other side of the world to have the same kind of take and look on things. So there's bound to be some differences in like colors used and stuff. I mean, arguably the new unit, the skins, they're brighter, obviously, more colors and stuff. I don't know what you would call the art kind of style that Battle Legion traditionally has. I don't know, Nordic, whatever. Yeah. Oxford, oh no. That was just their first, I mean, you heard CellarDoor. Obviously, this current era is very ambitious, and I mean, I take my hat off to them for going, I mean, at this stage to go for a brand new era with a new unit and skins and everything to go out like that for the first kind of like build. Well, there was a risk that it wouldn't have happened thanks to Apple. But luckily, Apple came out in the end, helped us out with a build that caused many people to lose their profiles. Oh. Anyway, we've gotten through that. I've helped out quite a few of you with that. Remember, if any of you do have an Apple device and notice that one or two of your potential accounts that you have disappeared, get in touch. I'll help you out. We need old rare skins. I have to agree, but most likely, if they are made available, then they will be still premium skins. So they're not going to be free. I don't think they would be free, because otherwise, they wouldn't be, premium. But there has to be a few of those. I mean, some of the very old, because we had some premium skins even in the beta stage, and I have to imagine that there will be quite a few skins there that simply are not in use by any of the active players at the moment. I know we have quite a few players that have been with the game since beta times, but I can't imagine that they've all been able to collect all the skins. Maybe, I don't know. Reginald, you remember that, do you? I don't think Sapphire's last stream was not the generous one. There was one of Sapphire's early streams where there was, I think, I mean, I wasn't even in community then. I don't know the details, but I think there was probably some miscommunication because there were a lot of gems being sent out. We used to hand out extra gems this round. Yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, we'll have something special whenever my last proper stream is. Just to set expectations. Nobody's asked me yet, but after today, how many streams will I be doing? Maybe 2, maybe just 1, but at least 1. We'll see. I'll get confirmation on that early next week, latest. Tyler, are we having a quiz today? To be honest, I thought, well, as it did, the AMA was extensively long, 45 minutes. We were thinking that is there going to be enough for half an hour? Obviously there was. So yeah, I wasn't banking on really having much time for quizzes during the stream, because originally I was thinking we weren't going to battle everybody, but I decided that yes, we shall battle everybody. We shall battle everybody. So yeah, I mean, if anybody has an idea for a quiz, now is your chance to again have a chance to have your quiz question asked by the community. So go ahead if you have anything cool. Suggest away. Tyler, yeah, it's been a busy day in a way that I've had a lot of OBS stuff to do because, as I said, I'm not continuing with Traplight either. I'm obviously now still with Traplight, but it is till the end of this month. So yeah, the stream monster is lying dormant. Once I'm 100% sure that I can finish the rest of the streams and so on, then I'll be taking that, returning that. So, but yeah, I mean, I just got the new PC up and running, so I've been working on OBS pretty much all day. Destroyer, you still doing your game thing on Discord? Yeah, I mean, I have my personal Discord and my personal YouTube channel. I have those, and you can find me there. You can suggest what games you'd like to see me with my most annoying personality play. Folks are asking for the links and stuff. I promised that I would, and did get permission that I'll put them into the description, because I will be doing some interesting. The plan is I'm going to do interesting Battle Agent videos as well. The first time spin type Battle Agent videos. Why? It's not right enough. So yeah. So yeah, I'll be putting links to my Discord and my YouTube channel into the description. You'll be able to find them there. Sorry for that silence there. What do you get? The YouTube channel link. Dashboard? No. See comments. Go to video. See all. Item. Why is it so difficult? View your channel on YouTube. This is probably where. Manage videos. Let's have some fun. About. Oh, I suppose it's just that now. Let's see, we can test. Yay! It is. Anyway, they'll be up there shortly. Fractal design. That's my PC case is a fractal design. Ooh. Mathramar. Wow. Just happened to look up. Defeat, though I wasn't expecting anything else than defeat. Yeah, that was battle number 83. Skarsgård now, battle number 84. Who do we have coming up shortly? We have Jar Jar is coming up. Christian, you're coming up shortly. Benozette, Destroyer, Pyro Bebop. The Pyro Bebop had to go. Ghost and Red Dead Reaping Hood. Dead Reaping Hood. And TSA. Oh, good. Necrinius. Good battles coming up. Good battles coming up. Shellius, no, I'm going to battle everybody. No, we're going to battle everybody. No worries. Contrary to what I promised earlier, we are going to battle everybody. I only have half a glass of water, but maybe I'll then just shut up at some point. Oh no. Let's see, what should I write? Yep. So yeah. Where? Oop, there it is. So if you update the video description, the stream description, you will see links to my personal Discord and YouTube channel. Anyway. You could add one more to the list then. Oh, I don't think we're going to do any extra rounds. Though there are 3. I've got 3 DMs. Oh no, Saeed. Yeah, I hope this is now super late. All these are probably asking what what it's going to be. Black Canary. Yeah, I just noticed that. Oh no, Admiral. Yeah, I don't think we're going to do an extra round. Well, I don't know. We'll see. DM me if you have, if you missed the sign up. Miss sign up, DM me. We'll see. We'll see about doing an extra round. If there are not many, then I mean it's easy to do and it's quick, so why not? Hang on, Skaterspade. This has nothing to do with the game or current discussion, but I really want some cookies and ice cream. Cookies and cream ice cream. Is there ice cream with cookies and cream? Cookies and cream ice cream. Skaterspade. Okay. Skaterspade wants ice cream and cookies. Now I want ice cream. Okay, I do know there's my favorite ice cream is actually it's brownie ice cream. It's ice cream with brownies in it. It's good. Seth, yeah, I don't like the chocolate chip ice cream. I don't like little bits of little hard bits of chocolate in ice cream. Soft bits, yeah, like brownies. Crushed up Oreos inside vanilla ice cream. Okay. So I like Oreo ice cream. You know, the proper, it's like a big Oreo in its ice cream. I remember having those. Last time I had one of those was the proper Oreo one. That had to be back in probably like 1987. 88, 87, 88 at Epcot Center. Those were the days. Perocette. Actually, yeah, it seems as though we do now have we do now have a couple for an extra round. Ooh, sudden inflow of new members into my Discord. Anyway, yeah, if you look at the video, at the streams now, I mean, yeah, they might be a little bit different from what I do here. I do want to have get more of like this kind of fun humor into the streams that I do. I suppose I do have them, but there's so many things that I'm actually testing out also still on my other streams. They are PC games and stuff. But yeah, I mean, if people really like them, and possibly at the moment, the games that I really like to play right now are SnowRunner, State of Decay 2, Darkest Dungeon. Yeah, those three at the moment are like in the top of the list, but there are so many games that I didn't play otherwise. Skater Spade. Aren't raisins just dried up grapes? Technically, I think so. You can't, I mean, you can't just dry them up any old way. Fork time. Go. We now have 3 for the extra round. 007. It's now battle number. Actually, just missed Pyro Bebop's battle. How? Yeah, this is what happens when you do other stuff. The new 007 movies. Do you mean the ones with Daniel Craig? If so, yeah, I mean yeah, exactly. So good. Nice return back to like reality. Though obviously they're not really like reality those either, but the Pierce Brosnan ones. He played Bond very well, but everything around it just way over the top. Anyway. Oh, one interesting thing. You guys remember the past few streams I've been noting that YouTube has been commenting that my bandwidth is too low, even though all the settings were correct on the stream monster. Now with the new computer here, I have an excellent connection. That parkour scene from Casino Royale, though. Yeah, I don't know. What I'm talking about, the over-top stuff, for instance, with the Brosnan films, was all this invisible car, laser cannons, paragliding, surfing on a humongous wave, all this kind of absolute balloony stuff. Destroy. I think you did win. Looking at our win rate, pretty sure you did win. Oh right, okay, Seth. Yeah. I mean, I just like the Daniel Craig movies because kind of gritty rawness. And he had more of the Bond character also had felt like he had more vulnerabilities, which gave the movies a lot more credibility in a way. Especially the last one. Beats me how they're gonna get out of that. Interesting. Orange Reefer. Trusair, no, you're the best. You're the best. All you guys out there. But yes, yeah, I suppose it is. It is sad, but it is what it is. Just noticed that my microphone isn't that loud. Doesn't seem to be. But nobody's been complaining, so that's fine. But no, I won't suddenly just disappear. I'll still be around. Defeat. Oh, Pyro. Nice. It's fun when you bump into other accounts that you recognize. Though it is, I suppose, quite common for the top of the top. They quite often just battle themselves all the time. But when you're out in the wild, like early-ish rank 16 or somewhere in the middle of the leagues, then it can be fun to spot friends, or at least, if not friends, then at least accounts that you recognize. You're running into everybody. Oh man, Pyro. Yeah. No, you can be rest assured that even their alts are pretty good. Too much stuff on my desk. Clear everything out. I mean, it's super cool to have like white. Well, this is white table, yes. It can go up and. Ooh, don't touch that anymore. I was going to say it can go up and down, but it's not plugged in. But it is plugged in. It just moved. Yeah, but it'd be super cool to have, like, you know, the stuff you see in movies. You have an absolutely empty table with just a monitor and no cables anywhere. It's impossible. You can't do that. You always have so many cables. And then if you ever do, I remember one of my previous jobs, I was in head of IT for an automotive company. There I would create like workstations, and I did a few times create these workstations which like were cableless, basically had all the cables hidden and wireless where possible. But the problem is obviously then when whoever uses the station goes there, they want to move the monitor a certain way and everything, and it's just, but the cables are too short, can't move it. And you end up then pulling out a meter of cable here and a meter there, extra cable, just so that they can move things around. So yeah, they look cool, but not practical. At least that's what I've found. As my wife should say, it's just an excuse not to make everything tidy. Oh dear. The chat has gone quiet. Nobody's talking. It means I have to talk more. And I'm running out of water. We are running out of water. We need more hydration. Don't know what I was trying to. German, French, Japanese, all in one? I don't know. Yes, I do live in Finland. Finland. What's my favorite thing about Finland? I have to say, I mean, if you'd asked me like a year or two ago or more than that, I didn't know what I would have answered. But now today, seeing like videos that people do about healthcare on YouTube and everything, the fact that I just last week I had a tooth kind of like disintegrate. Half of it kind of just crumbled away. Crazy. So yeah, I didn't have any pain. It didn't hurt at all. If it drank cold water, then yes, it kind of you got, you know. It hurt a bit if I drank cold water, but otherwise no pain at all. So I called up the national healthcare system provider and told them that, yeah, I got a tooth that's disintegrated. And they said that, well, you need to come in immediately then. And then I said, because I knew that I didn't really want to come in immediately. Was it during the weekend? Yeah, I don't know. I told them that, well, it doesn't really hurt, and they said that, okay, well, let's next Tuesday, come in next Tuesday, 9 o'clock, and went in, they had a look, and they said that, okay, well, I can see you might have a cavity there as well, but let's take care of that tooth. They put in a filling, temporary filling, whatever, rebuilt the tooth. I mean, you look at it, it's how it used to be, and over half of it crumbled away. And this cost nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay, I might get whatever the it's like 20 euros. I think it might cost 20 euros. And I went in there, I was there for over half an hour. They rebuilt a tooth. And basically it cost nothing. So that's probably my favorite thing about Finland. The healthcare system. Granted, some countries it literally does cost nothing. Like I think in the UK, it does cost absolutely nothing. In Finland, essentially it costs nothing. It does if you go to a doctor, then you do. If you're an adult, there is a max. I think you go to the doctor 5 times a year, and each time I think you pay something like 20 euros a time. But after that, if you go more than 5 times, then it doesn't cost anything after that. There's something like that. But basically, whatever you go in for, it's free. Also, I had an issue with my toe. The joint was bad. Mismatched ends to the joint, so one end wouldn't fit in the other, and it hurt to walk slightly. Yeah, so they did an operation, sorted that all out, and I think it cost me 20 euros. So, yeah. Yeah, breather. We are, and it's not just Scandinavia. I mean, I think Germany has a similar system. The UK certainly does, though they're in slight troubles at the moment. There's super long waiting lists. I mean, not to say that there aren't any waiting times in Finland. There are, but not quite as bad as in the UK. But in the UK, it literally costs nothing. Go to the doctor, there's nothing, not even the 20 euros, 30 euros that they have in Finland. Not even that. So I imagine in the UK, if they imposed that, if they had that like the 20 euro thing at least, then I think they'd get rid of quite a lot of the lines. People wouldn't be going in for every single small sniffle, but then also they would be getting more money, more budget to get more nurses and doctors and so on. Seth the Conjurer. It is actually Greenland. Did you know that in Greenland there used to be fields where they grew crops? It used to be green. Yeah, mind blow. I'm not sure if it did come, but you know, there used to be green fields in Greenland. I think it does. I think, though, or is it one of these contested things that, yeah, Denmark might own it, but Greenland is of the opinion that they don't, and nobody really wants to bring the issue up because, yeah, those don't usually go too well. But yeah, I don't know how Finland got its name. I can tell you this, that it is not Finland in Finnish. Finland in Finnish, or how Finns call Finland themselves, is Suomi. Destroyer, great to have you here. Super cool. Have fun. See you next week. Definitely will still see you next week. Yeah, have fun. And see you in Discord, probably. Yeah. So, no problems. No problems. See you later. Yeah, Skater Spade. That's possible. Yeah, because I mean, isn't there a wobble that could reverse lots of things? I mean, first, the Earth has it reverses its poles now and then. Apparently, it is late to do that at the moment, so the poles might reverse. North would become south, not physically, but the magnetic field. So compasses would all of a sudden start pointing the other way around. There's that, but then there is the physical or the physics phenomenon where if you had like a brick, for instance, up in space, and you spun it one way, now and then it would kind of do a twisting motion. It would like spin a few times and then kind of twist and spin again, and then twist and spin again. So would the Earth do that at some point? As it's spinning in space, might that have a at some point? And you have to think when the Earth would do a motion like that, then it would be really slow. It would take like years and years and years to do. Of course, I don't know. Are there any flat earthers out there? Oh, the amount of videos on YouTube and elsewhere about flat Earth. So yeah, anyway, there are just two questions that you can ask a flat earther, which debunk their whole idea of everything. Question number one is if you have a friend in Australia or on the other side of the globe, wherever you happen to be, if you call them up, why is it dark there when it's light when you are? And then question number two is you have that same friend on the other side of the world take a picture of the moon while you take a picture of the moon, and then you compare the pictures. Why, oh why, is the moon in your friend's picture upside down? Yeah. Yeah, Skater Spade, yeah. There are just so many videos of these people who are absolutely positive. But yeah. Bisou! Are these battles going slowly or quickly? Is Bisou? I do know we are at the 2-hour mark, and this is usually roughly where we get to the end of the stream, even with like between 190 and 220 signups. But today we do have the, what was it, 230 or something? Bisou, this was actually Oromir now. Battle number 150. So we are over halfway. Tyler from Canada, eh? Canadian here, eh? That's what it's all about. Hang on, what? Skater Spade. It'd be pretty cool if there was a special battlefield that had maybe 5 to 10% chance of appearing. You couldn't purchase it or get it. It just had a random chance of appearing. And it would be full screen, not split down the middle or anything like your current battlefields. Oh. That might be workable. Yeah, I suppose something like that might, yeah. Because the battles themselves, they all happen on your own device. This is what you call, Battle Legion is what you call an asynchronous real-time match game. So the players that you play against, they are real-time. That's what their army is, real-time right now. But it is asynchronous, so that it means that the opponent does not have to be physically live at that moment to battle you. So that should be workable, that you could have a full screen battle and it's not dependent on what the opponent has. Yeah, kind of thinking what the angles for you know, usually what game developers want. Are there any kind of like retention value or monetization value, anything like this? I mean, probably retention wise, make it interesting, something special to look out for, and then when you get it, you go, ah, screenshot. You need to get a screenshot, and yeah. Or it could be tied to something. If you get that, then if you win that match with the special stuff, then you would get some special reward. Oh, now that, yeah, there we go. That's possibly one of the things that me and Demon back in the day, we were advocating always, that we need more bling, more flash, more wow factor to things. Like you get a special reward, then more, you know, fanfare. And to be honest, I mean, there was quite a few changes done over the years into that direction, which is cool. This gazer page, I like that. I mean, I'll definitely mention that. I mean, I still have meetings and so on, where I can bring those up. In the least, let CellarDoor know your idea. I don't remember his Jarm. Well, not surprised. This is Jarm's second sign up. Jarm, if you're watching, shout out. Cool to know if you're here. I have noticed there's usually about a quarter of folks who have signed up, about a quarter of the folks watch the stream. Then there's obviously, there'll be a lot more that just, you know, jump in now and then. But concurrently, there's maybe about a quarter of all signups watch live. Yes, Gator's Spade, that's always the angle with proposing new features and so on. Then there needs to be some kind of an incentive if there's something worth it. But then there's just sometimes just, you know, quality of life stuff and just stuff that are cool. If it can be done, then yeah, why not? But sometimes there are like an X amount of projects that can be done simultaneously, and if there's more than X amount of proposed ideas, then usually it's the ones that have the most value in some form. was an easy one. Villainous. Vilious. Oh, there's no N. Vilious. Vilious LT. There you go. Shout out to the best clan on Battle Legion. Bonk your dad. Of course, many will think that their clan is the best. Bonk your dad is obviously, in its own merit, one of the best, and so are all the other clans as well. Mel, we did not have any battle to use, but artifacts are not going to be removed from the game. There's lots of bonking going on now. Seth the Conjurer, you're battling. Greenfoot summary. A summary of the AMA, really? Did you? You did. You didn't. Greenfoot. Aww. Really? Skater Spade, did Traplight ever consider weather effects that had an effect on the battles, like rain that slowed every unit down or fog that caused miss? Possibly. Oh, I can't remember. I think there are effects in the game. Like here you can see there are leaves on one side, kind of what I don't know, party things on the left. Then there are occasions where there's rain. Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember. I think there was at some point. But these effects are tied to the actual battlefields. Don't remember which battlefields have the rain, but this one has, I think, embers floating about on the right. Yeah, there's embers floating about. Okay, Storm Air Battlefield has the rain, yeah, okay. Wow, Greenfoot. If you wrote a summary, then wow. Do post it in the Discord if you want, if you can. Super cool. Side. Oh dear, yawning. How many of you are yawning now? All that talk about ice cream has made me hungry. Hey, Jepser, how are you doing? It's been a while since I've seen you here. No, hang on. No, I can't remember. Breather, nobody came up with a good quiz. I said I could do a quiz if somebody had a quiz, but no. It's 1:15 p.m. here in Ontario, Canada, so no yawning. You're obviously not a gamer. Gamers yawn at any time because they go to sleep super late, and if they have jobs, they have to wake up super early. So basically, they are running on. They are sleep deprived throughout the week, and weekends they get to sleep. The story of my life. Yeah, that was an interesting one. Shellius is up next. Black Canary, just a few more battles until Black Canary. Black Canary still with us here in the stream. Ah, nice one. Yeah, Breather, that's it. That's the one to go for. Folks, I'm going to, we're going to have a quiz, and, I wonder how this is going to work. How do I, okay. We're going to have a quiz. The quiz question was going to be, what upcoming changes do you look forward? Do you look most forward to? This is based on, you guys have probably noticed in Discord that there was the announcement posted by CellarDoor about some of the directions and what they're planning. Out of those, so don't go thinking up of your own ideas. Go have a look on Discord as to what they stated. And out of those, what are you most looking forward to? Okay? Okay? Or if you remember what CellarDoor talked about at the beginning of the stream, then out of the stuff he talked about, what out of those? So, I wonder if I should restrict this to a short answer or paragraph. I'll do paragraphs so you can answer in any way you want. What upcoming changes mentioned? Oops, I'll add it in here. Mentioned by CellarDoor in the stream or in the official announcement in Discord. Do you look most forward to? Do you look most forward to? Yeah, I'll most look forward to. I don't know. It's going to be wrong whatever I do. There. We have a quiz. Copy. We're just going to drop this quiz, and I'm just going to hope that you guys like the stream, because it will help. It will help the stream metrics and everything. So do remember to like the stream. Let's have some. Hang on, there's lots of chat going on. How have I missed on that? Let's. There we go. That should be a quiz there. Oh, let me check that it's open. It's not open. It's open now. Let's see. There was all of a sudden a whole load of okay, so Jepster's being very busy with exams. That's cool in a way. Greenfoot, I got asked if I could play with bombs again. Oh right, yeah, you're back. Yeah. Ah, Jepser, you only just heard from. Oh, okay. Greenfoot, you got the summary in. That's great. Excellent. Thank you so much for that. Tyler, you should go outside and breathe in some of that fresh Ontario air. Hang on. What's up with Ontario air? Oh, the wildfires. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It took me a moment. Yeah, as Greenfoot says, yeah. But no, yeah, no, not in an official capacity. You see, my official capacity is going to be ending shortly. So in my unofficial capacity, I'm going to with my personal streams, channel called Maddie's Playtime. I'm going to be doing kind of like a first time spinners stream series where I'm going to be spinning up a brand new account, and it will be a completely free to play. I don't think, yeah, it'll be completely free to play. We're going to follow the adventures of, I haven't thought of a name yet. Crucible's Lament. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, that was a very good quiz question there from Breather. Some excellent feedback right off the bat for Godspeed games. That'll be good. That will be good. So yeah, there's some parts of the world with forest fires at the moment. Anyway. Yeah, I'm actually quite surprised. Call it a budget. Yeah, I don't know. Slightly budget-ish. Budget kind of like new computer. It seems to be getting some pretty phenomenal FPS frames per second in quite a few games. So yeah. Even in 2K, which was a surprise. Skater Spade. Drove up to Casino Rama. The only time I walked away from the casino with more money than I entered it. Did you walk away on your own, or were you escorted out? Banned. You made money. We don't like that. Go away. You can't come back here again. Oh man. Yeah. It was only a profit of $200, but I'll take it. But it's well, I don't know if it is anymore in the States. I was going to say, well, it's a nice dinner out. No, is it? I have a feeling that even in the States, $200 isn't going to get you much. especially with tips on top as well. Bit of an unknown thing in Europe. Tipping. I mean, like in Finland, you don't tip. If you do tip, then you're in a fancy restaurant, and the service is way over the top. Then you might tip something, but even then, it's not gonna be much. Yeah. Norway has a cruise line named after it. Why doesn't Finland? Finland actually has... we have 2 cruise lines. Actually, I think we have more than 2. How are we out of auto spins? There we go. Noob sauce. Where are we in the list? Where are we? Noob sauce. Battle number 206. We're actually quite close to the end. Wow. Norway has a cruise line named after it. Why doesn't Finland? Finland has at least 2, if not 3, cruise lines. Though, admittedly, there's something now. I'm not 100% sure who owns them and so on, but there's. In Finland, there's CellarDoor, who is, I think, partly now owned by Tallink, which is Tallinn. But I think some of the ships are sailing on the Finnish flag. I don't know. Then there's Viking Line, which is traditionally Finnish. Vikings, Viking Line, which is better than CellarDoor is. Viking Line, especially on the new ships, like the buffet, the all-you-can-eat buffet. Wow, I mean, it is an experience, and it's fine dining. I mean, seriously, not your typical kind of, messy all-you-can-eat buffet. Then there's Kilran. Don't know who owns that. Then there was some small one. I can't remember what it was called. Right there with the terrible air quality. Yep. The Skewer. Battle number 212 out of a total of 231, and then we have three late signups. Actually, one is a brand new player who's only been in the game for a week if I remember correctly. Just started last week, so let's see how that goes. Yeah, there's some bad forest fires in Canada at the moment. I suppose you have to feel lucky that you only have the smoke and not the fires as well. Do. Yeah. Yeah, as I expected, just having a browse through the answers to the quiz, I have to say it's like every third or fourth one is Clan Wars. Oh, somebody answered, just started, I don't know. Well, the main thing is that you are here and you're playing Badhbh. Somebody likes everything and just waiting. Excellent. Capi. Bad. And I am surprised this army has been super fast, though my win rate's 35%. It's been bouncing between 20 and 40. So it's been relatively easy. Okay. Anti-Viper result is coming up shortly. Rib, Little Randu. Are you ready? Kingdom Cody. Yeah, excellent. Well, you can certainly suggest yourself. Not sure about the no subtlety. Anti-Viper's ult. See how Anti-Viper's ult does. Interesting. Looking quite good. Skater Spade, no problem. It was great that you were here. We're already 2.5 hours in, so super cool that you could be this long. Way to go, Anti-Viper's ult. Way to go, Little Randu. Yeah, so we have three going to be spinning up after we get through this lot. We have 5 more to go. Okay, close YouTube quick. The boss is coming. Yeah, you must have guards like along the hallways and at the elevators and everything. Get a chain of signals going through the whole building. Boss is on the move. He's coming, quick. Go. Beep, 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 beep. Incoming. Everybody all of a sudden seems really busy on the whole floor. Small. After that, we have Dark Graw and then WT Fox. Well, we'll see. Dark Graw. Oh, an interesting phylactery army, not a swarm. Sorry about that. Now we have WT Fox. Yep. Victory is mine. Right, that was the end of the main list. We do have the 3, and out of one of those, probably first time ever signing up. So let's go ahead and close that event. Start a new event. Add participants. So we have Admiral Hunter, Shell, and Dragonstorm. Indeed, very first time signing up. Let's go ahead and save. Go live. Yes. Shout out to Dragonstorm if you are watching the stream. Admiral Hunter. I predict a defeat for me. There are too many units. They will overwhelm the ancient tree. Defeat for me. Shell. Ancient tree there doing its job. It's burning quickly. The next battle, Dragonstorm, will probably be quite quick. New player to the game as well. I believe only been playing for a week, but it's so cool. So cool to have new signups trying their best. Ooh, nice. With the bomb bots, you took out quite a few of my units. Excellent. Good game. Well, overall, I was not the winner tonight. No chicken dinner for me. Hope you guys had fun. We certainly had a very interesting AMA to begin with at the start of the stream. So if you're joining us now, go and have a look at the beginning of the stream. There's some super cool news and some sadder news. But yeah, we'll see. It's been fun, guys. So many cool folks again joining in the stream, joining in the chat, making things fun. Greenfoot, Tyler, Skater Spade, Danny Viper, Jepser, Saf, to mention a few. We had Destroyer earlier as well, and Pyro Bebop. Yeah, so cool to have so many here. And Breather, excellent quiz question. The quiz will be closing in just a moment as we close the stream. So, possibly my second to last stream, but we'll see. Might have 2 more streams. We'll see. Next week we'll have more information on that. Check out the description of this video. There are links to my personal Discord and my personal YouTube channel. You can join there if you like to see my style of streams. Granted, they're different from these because we're playing more PC games. But yeah, let me know what games you'd like me to play, and I will certainly play them and try to bring my jolly personality into them. There's actually one game that I haven't streamed yet. That one there, Red Dead Redemption 2. It would be a super cool game to react to because lots of stuff happens in it that are just so silly. Get lots of humor. Also, GTA 5 role-playing server. I'd want to join one of those and create some mayhem. Super funny stuff, that. Anyway, great that you guys were here. Shall see you later in Discord and next week, obviously, in the next stream. If somebody has a cool idea for an army, go ahead, let me know. Might be in the next stream. Anyway, hope you guys had fun. I certainly did. See you later. Watch out. Oh, I have a new speed art. Or at least I think it's a new speed art. A lot higher resolution. And it did look different, so I'll play that. Brand new, or I don't know if it's brand new. Might be the same as one of the other ones. I don't know. We'll see. It'll be interesting. I'll play that. See you guys later. Oh, Mathmar as well. Didn't mention Mathmar. Command table. See you later. Bye.